Postscript. And sometime make the time to drive out west into County Clare, along the flaggy shore, in September or October, when the wind and the light are working off each other, so that the ocean on one side is wild with foam and glitter, and inland among stones the surface of a slate-grey lake is lit by the earthed lightning of a flock of swans, their feathers ruffed and ruffling, white on white. Their fully grown, headstrong-looking heads tucked or cresting or busy under water. Useless to think you'll park and capture it more thoroughly. You are neither here nor there, a hurry through which known and strange things pass, as big soft buffetings come at the car sideways and catch the heart off guard and blow it open. So Postscript describes a place. If you've never been to the Burren, it's probably quite difficult to get across the beauty of this poem or what he's trying to describe. He suggests that you go at a particular time of year. He suggests September or October. The cynics might say that's when the tourists are gone. It's far less busy. You'll be able to see and observe and feel it without the distractions of so many people, because this is a focus on landscape. The place in particular is the flaggy shore, County Clare. And that's what he mentions in the first two lines. The area itself, and you probably remember this from your geography, is limestone, a karst region. You get a lot of features like this grey limestone that people find very beautiful. I do myself. But in addition to that, what he's saying is that there's the ocean on one side and the stones, and then inland there's a lake. So this is a lake as opposed to the sea. There's a wonderful image here. Now I've included lightning here, but he's not actually talking about lightning. This is an image of the swans busy or sitting still on the lake, and he uses the phrase, the earthed lightning. Now, I don't know, you might see this, you might not, but if you take the picture of the lightning on the right, it's almost like lightning flashed down onto the lake. And what was the result of that? The result was a swan. It's like a swan, his natural place is in the sky, but they have been brought back to earth, almost as if the swan is as dazzling white as a bolt of lightning, is the way he's trying to get across, earthed lightning. So I think it's a wonderful image. It's a complicated image, but it's a wonderful image. I've maybe skipped on a little bit too far. He also says the time that you should go, September, October, when the wind and the light are working off each other. So the ocean on one side is wild with foam and glitter. If you know anything about painting, you know that light is absolutely vital, and artists will strive to try and get the perfect light conditions, photographers as well. So this is a time when wind and light, the air is moving. So there's a lot of movement in this poem, describing a landscape. And one side is wild with foam and glitter. I think you can get the idea there, foam and glitter on one side. So that's the foam of the waves crashing on the rock and the glitter of the sun perhaps setting, or the kind of October autumnal sun. Now then he comes back, I'll go back to the swans. They're fully grown, headstrong looking heads, tucked. So that's their heads are tucked in, I don't want to say under their shoulders, but they're tucked down, or cresting or busy underwater. So cresting would mean up and proud, or busy underwater looking for food. There's a lot to go on. And he says here it's useless to think you'll park and capture it more thoroughly. That's the shortest line in the poem. And from the notes I was reading, it said it's the only line that doesn't have a lot of description. There's no description here. He simply says you can't park. If you park the car and get out and try and take a photograph, the spell is gone. It's much better to witness this while you're moving, because you are moving. You're moving through time. And what you are is this. You are neither here nor there, a hurry through which known and strange things pass. So you are in motion through time. Yes, you are here now, but how long does now last? It lasts now, and then it's the past. So we're constantly moving and aging and going through. And you're in a hurry because time moves quickly. So he is seeing this from the point of view of time moving on. The fact that he sets this poem in autumn is probably not an accident either, because he's aware of time moving on. But he says, and he urges, I suppose, in a way, that we need to be open to these things here. And if I can try and explain these. Big, soft buffetings come at the car sideways and catch the heart off guard and blow it open. I'm sure you've felt this, driving down the motorway and maybe there's a gap in the fence and the car suddenly, it moves slightly. Most times there's absolutely no danger. I drive a small car, so I feel this very intensely. But the car will move to the side. We need to be open to beautiful experiences, beautiful places, beautiful moments that catch the heart off guard and blow it open. So to be aware of our surroundings, be aware of the beauty that is in the world. Now he's talking specifically about a place, but simply to be aware of your surroundings and to allow our hearts to be caught off guard and blown wide open.